Melchizedek of the Nation of Islam has some outrageous rhetoric statements against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Dr. Wesley. Here's what's going down.
Now, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad made it plain that the man you call Prophet Muhammad was a white man.
Can Melchizedek be serious? Can we take this man's word to be the truth, justice, and equality? This man is actually selling Elijah Muhammad's books on the street. Has he even read his teacher's book, Message to the Black Man? There is some confusion. I'm going to clear that up right now. Melchizedek versus Dr. Wesley Muhammad. According to Elijah Muhammad, Muhammad ibn Abdullah of Arabia was black, and Elijah said he was white. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ate with his hands. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam slept with 9 young girls, according to Melchizedek. Accused Dr. Wesley of going to a white man's school and getting an education.
Now I'm going to break down his lifestyle. He was a white devil, okay? Laying in the sand, sleeping in the sand, eating, sleeping in the sand, eating with his hands, using sand for toilet paper, and sleeping with a camel.
As the confusion unfolds, I will show you why he thinks this, but I will show you he is absolutely wrong.
The Muhammad that was here 1400 years ago was a white man. I'm your Muhammad of your Holy Quran. Not the Muhammad that was here near 1400 years ago. I am the one that the Holy Quran is referring to. The Muhammad that was here 1400 years ago was a white man.
As a fact, Elijah made this statement in public and in his book that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a white man, which is wrong. Elijah did this to get his followers to believe he was Muhammad of the Quran, which is totally wrong. Why? The Quran was finished before Elijah even set foot on this planet. The Quran was given to Muhammad ibn Abdullah Mustafa al-Amin, an African Arab that lived in Arabia over 1400 years ago. Elijah wasn't even born. Also to mind, Elijah's name was Elijah Poole, and he changed it to Elijah Kareem, then to Elijah Muhammad. So it couldn't have been him. Yet Elijah contradicts himself, calling Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam a man of the black nation. Then why say he was so-called white? Elijah already knew Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam of Arabia was a dark African Arab. So that's where the confusion comes in. Yet Melchizedek sees that, yet he doesn't read the message of the black man, and Elijah's other reads that calls Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam belonging to the black nation. Let's look at the evidence. By Elijah Muhammad, truth is confirmed. The white race rejects the religion of Islam, its gods, its holy book, Quran, because it is the universal truth, and that both the Arab prophet Muhammad and Jesus were dark men and brothers of the darker nation. Pittsburgh Courier, February 2nd, 1957. All who hate Islam, the truth, use those same false charges against Muhammad and Islam. As I have said before, in this column, Muhammad was a member of the black nation. Pittsburgh Courier, January 18, 1958. And it says, the white race has never accepted a black prophet. And I'm going to skip down. Even Abraham, Moses, and Jesus belonged to the black nation. Not to mention Muhammad, whom the white race knows was black. The Christians believe that both Musa, who was Moses, and Isa, Jesus were Jews. Muhammad, an Arab, was a member of the black nation. This is the message to the black man, and he sells these books. Now I have to ask this question. Now ask Melchizedek, why do he believe in Father Muhammad, who was a white man, and he's supposed to be a devil, yet Melchizedek believes in a white man? This man has lost his mind. Father Muhammad, does this look like a so-called white man? People, just ask yourselves. This is who he believes in. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ate with his hands and slept with a camel. I won't even go into the camel nonsense because that's untrue. A lot of people eat with their hands. Even Melchizedek, I have seen him eat food with his hands and he doesn't even know it. And most of those guys that stand out there on 125th Street eat standing up and don't even wash their hands. Not all food you need a fork and a knife for. Let's take a look at the benefits of eating with your hands scientifically. Fact, eating with your hands is more satisfying because the food and the mouth touch the nerve endings of the fingers, enhancing taste. Fact number 2, one will also wash their hands if they know they are going to eat with their hands. And you can see the link down below if you want to check out more.
Now how come you don't mention the 9 to 11 young girls he had on the desert with him? Nobody teach on those 9 to 11 wives, which were young, on the desert. And if you're an old man on the desert with 9 to 11 young girls, don't tell me you ain't going into unnecessary or unintelligent behavior.
This man is delusional. He has no historical facts and he is wrong. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was married to 13 wives, which were all women. They were not little girls, as this guy said. Muhammad's first wife was 40 and Muhammad was 25. What do Melchizedek have to say about that? He doesn't know any Islamic history. Don't believe in that guy. But I can tell you that his teacher Elijah had 6 teenage females pregnant at his old age. Ask Melchizedek to talk about that.
Why are they threatening your life?
Well, primarily because they're afraid that I will tell the real reason that that I'm out of the black Muslim movement, which I never told. I kept to myself. But the real reason is that Elijah Muhammad, the head of the movement, is the father of 8 children by 6 different teenage girls. 6 different teenage girls who were his private personal secretaries. 4 of them had 1 child apiece by him. 2 of them had 2 children, and one of those 2 is pregnant right now in Los Angeles, where they're his 3rd child. And the one who first made me aware of this was Wallace Muhammad, Mr. Muhammad's son. And it was their fear that if I remained in the black Muslim movement, and this came into the knowledge of his followers, that they would leave him and follow me.
There's absolutely no criminal record of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam marrying underage females, yet there is discourse about Elijah fathering children of 6 teenage girls he wasn't married to out of wedlock. You can't prove they married, and it just didn't happen.
Automatic. When you say doctor, doctor of what? Doctor of what? Doctor of medicine? What kind of degree? You talking about research? Research, so you go and read a couple of books, get brainwashed, now you're going to come back and try to change the reality. All right.
This man said Dr. Wesley is getting the so-called white man's education, yet he graduated from Morehouse College, which our people go to, so he was surrounded by our people. He furthered his education at the University of Michigan. There's nothing wrong with that. Melchizedek is a street, psychotic, delusional person with no means to doing nothing but talk about nothing. That's all he's doing. He said Muhammad was with these young girls, but Elijah was with 6 young girls and had multiple children by them. 2 took him to court. He says Muhammad was a white man, yet he sits around the worship of Fard Muhammad, who is white. I don't think he looked and listened to what he says himself. He's a walking contradiction box. And that's why I just wanted to point out.